and welcome back to Diamond Society. Now, today, I'm going to start a project over there, because that is where my detector villager is residing currently. And while it's not noticeable, while it is kind of noticeable, I want it to be something special. And by special, I want it to be not only Camelot lore, but also Zelda lore. And I'll explain more about that in just a second. I have all the villagers in here. It actually took me less time to put those in there than I thought. I actually have an extra farmer villager now. Where are you at, secondary farmer villager? That's a fisherman. There's a farmer. You can see I've been trading stuff to get some emeralds. And his trades aren't that bad. I can get a cake. But then I also have, not you, although his paper trade is quite nice. This guy's back here is even better. 24 paper for an emerald. That is probably the lowest I've ever seen on a librarian. He's got Fortune 2 and Unbreaking 3, which I love this book. And then he's got Smite 5, which I will probably not get, but his name tag price is a little high. But let's talk about this down here. First, you're going to notice Hopper City. Literally Hopper City down here. And I'll go into detail about that in just a second here. Now, obviously, I've traded some of the stuff out of here, so yeah, it's taking a while. But you'll notice there's seeds and there's wheat. And the theory behind how this works is, as he's going around picking up the wheat, breaking the crop, one of two things will be on the surface first. Either a wheat or a seed, depending on which one goes in. 9 times out of 10, the wheat will be on top first, then the seed. Which means that the seed won't be picked up by the hopper until the wheat has cycled through, giving just enough time for the villager. As you can see, it's still picking up and still picking up. And I've got 9 stacks of wheat here and almost 9 stacks of seeds. So basically, he will never run out of seeds versus wheat. He might, lose a few stacks, or not a few stacks, but a few bits of seeds, but he'll never run out of a stack of seeds. So he'll always have 8 stacks of seeds no matter how low he gets. Which means that as long as that 8th stack does not break into an empty spot, he'll never pick up wheat. And the other one is that they'll just continuously plant potatoes and carrots in that 4x4, or that little square area, because it's below 7. And then they'll go to the outer ones to collect more. And occasionally, while they're breaking crops in the center, they'll also be tossing stuff back and forth to each other, which might drop into the hopper. So with that, this farm is completely automated. I have nothing to do for it. Oh, it's getting to be dark time. We don't like dark time around here. Oh, I forgot to put... Oh, that's okay. I forgot to put those crops back. But we have another 40. We're almost up to a stack of emeralds. And I'm hitting the hay. So let me go drop those off real quick. And so, I mean, in a way, this little silo is not a bad investment for material. There we go. Everything's in place. And you'll hear them breaking and breaking and breaking. So, first of all, we need to get our materials. And we need this, these, all of these, Obviously our blocks of diamonds. Go ahead and drop that. We'll keep the shears just in case. And we'll drop that and that. Put my fish back here. And one more thing, because apparently found some golden apples. So with this, I'm going to build, like I said, something that is synonymous with the lore of Camelot and a little bit of lore of Zelda. Now, as most people know, in Camelot lore, one cannot become king without Excalibur. Excalibur is the king's sword, and Zelda's sword is the master sword. And I was looking at pictures of them, and I kind of like both designs. So I took a little bit of liberty, and I'm going to do a mixture of both swords. And of course, where do you get Excalibur? Well, from the Lady of the Lake, you know. If women, only that's the way you could base government, you know, as the old joke goes. It's not a way to base governments, but hey, it must have worked. But with that, I'm going to start. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. So we want light. And we want to go 1, 2, 1. Oops, 1. And just for temporary purposes, like I said, just temporary purposes, we'll go down this way. Because in all honesty, we do not need to really ever go into this place. As far as I'm concerned, as long as the villager in there stays alive, we have no reason ever back here to go inside here and bother him. And we're going to go and plug this up real quick. We'll break out him. And we're going to place that there. And we can place cobble here. I think that one. There we go. Now we can break this. I'll get some sand and I will fill that in later. But basically what I'm aiming for is to cover up this whole thing with a giant sword of sorts. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get the outline laid out and get at least the first side started. And I'll cut back in when I have some of that. I mean, you can kind of understand where I'm going with this. Going 5. Don't need that on my hotbar. 1 there. 1 there. And 1 there, and then I have to fill in all this. So with that, I'm going to cut, and I'll come back once I have it all laid out. Alrighty, well, let's see what this looks like now with the at least the blade piece of it done. And there's the start of what I guess I'd call Excalibur. I'm thinking about maybe adding in sea lanterns, like in a cross pattern, or not a cross pattern, but like every other block, one in, one out, one in, one out on each side. I was kind of hoping that lighter gray would be just a touch lighter because I didn't want to use white. And now looking at it, maybe I should have used white. I don't know. I mean, it don't look bad. I've got diamonds up in there. I've got 6 on each side and 1 on the corner, which is going to make 7. Total of 28 diamond blocks right there. But I'm going to go ahead and start working on the hilt of the sword. So I will cut back when I have some type of progress. Okay, with most of the hilt done, this is where we're at the moment. It actually took me a lot longer than I was thinking. Mostly trying to build something that's symmetrical as well as have a design in it. That high up makes it kind of hard to work on. Now originally this was all supposed to be blue, but I thought maybe I'd break it up with a little bit of black in there just to give it a little bit of definition, even though it's not inset or inlaid, though I might inlay it later. I don't know. Of course, this is only, I'll show you the back side of it so that way you get an idea. You've got this here, and then it's open in the back for right now. And the only reason it is open in the back right now is that I'm doing one side at a time, and then I'm going to fill them in together. So like there'll be a empty spot right like this side, on this side, and then these 5 blocks here will make up the rest of the blade. I'm mostly working at the top now because I want to get the top completed. And then the back side will look just like the front side. And you'll get a nice look, along with there's carpet up there to keep spawns down, because I don't feel like really lighting it up. I did put glowstone there, mostly so that at night it does glow, and there'll be more on the other side, of course. The diamond blocks here, and like I said, I'm considering maybe doing sea lanterns in an alternating pattern going down. That way it lights and lights up the water, just to give it a little added effect. But all that's left now is the handle. And that's going to look kind of neat because I'm going to have to use glass in order to fill in, but keep the villager down here able to see the light level that he needs to detect villages. And hopefully, if I've done my math right, I'll be able to do it with the stained glass, as that's a transparent block. Leaf blocks, for some reason, I don't think work. I know trapdoors don't when I was testing this, but the stained glass works. And originally I had this stained glass. It's going to be an extra protective layer. This stained glass here is going to stay, just in case something does spawn inside here. It won't go down to him. But let me get back to work, and I'll cut back when I actually have something to show. The only reason I'm not showing what I'm building or how I'm building it on camera is it's difficult because I keep having to drop down, walk over here, look up, run back, climb that ladder, place like 3 blocks, drop down, check it. It's tedious work, and I don't want to subject you to tedious work. I mean, and that's the other thing, is I keep falling off the edges of things. But I keep bumping my microphone too. It is tedious work, and it would get kind of monotonous to watch after a while. Even I get bored with it sometimes. But let me get back to work, and I'll cut back when I actually have something to show. Hopefully by that point I'll have the hilt, or the handle, and the end of the handle all built. And I'm actually going to build the whole thing on this one because I don't want to have to build it twice. Alrighty, this should be the last time I have to actually cut away before showing the entire sword. But here is the hilt and handle all together. Oops, hit the wrong button. There we go. All of it in its all finished glory. And just to see if it works, let's go ahead and eat. And come down here. Yeah, this farm's going just a little too well. What we'll do is we'll come back here. Oops, don't want to do that. Let's try it again. That farm is a bit too efficient for what I thought it would be. I had a little accident with a creeper just a few minutes ago, actually. I was trying to get back inside before nightfall. Oh, and this. Because falling into your breeder is not a smart idea. Okay, we'll close that. And if I'm right, these guys should... I just want to see the love hearts start. And once I see the love hearts, I will know that everything is okay. Okay, they're passing the food. That's always a good sign. Come on, show me love hearts so I can go back to what I was doing. Oh, okay, good. Good, 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 good. Good to know. I think I heard a baby squirt. Maybe not. But yes, I had a little accident. I fell inside the breeder. But we just won't talk about that. But now I can show you the backside and show you the handle, which I think is kind of the neat part of this entire build. Get our fishies. Our fishies. Basically, the handle, as far as it goes, and I can't zoom. I keep forgetting I cannot zoom. I also need to wrap around this little bit here, which I can do that off camera. But like right here, I left it open, and then there's light access all the way to the very top. Whee! Sploosh! There's wee fishies down there. Fishies. I've got fishies. I don't have feces, I have fishies. Fishies. That's going to bother me to no end. So we'll go ahead and correct the water problem. Oh, you're not going to correct, are you? It would help if I could stand on something. Come on. Would you just break? There we go. Would you finally just break? I've been meaning to take that out for some time now. And that creeper just helped me do it. So we'll go ahead and take one more look at this. And the next cutback, I think I'm going to go ahead and just complete the build on this. Oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups today. But yeah, I mean, I've got it pretty well figured out what I need. I'm probably going to need more blue wool. And I think it looks better than I originally planned. I mean, it looks fairly good. And it looks definitely like a sword now. I think what was throwing me off is just this long line of nothing. And like I said, I can fix that later. I just wanted to get it up and fall down a hole. Oops, we'll go ahead and break that out. But I'll cut back when I have the whole sword finished. Alright, and for the last time today, I am going to show what this sword looks like on the opposite coast because I am done. Opposite coast, opposite side. I'm kind of tired. There we go. One very large, very kind of thick sword, but it serves... Get on my way, grass. It serves a purpose, and that's kind of what I wanted out of it. I wanted something that looked nice, but also had a functionality to it. Kind of like the silo, even though it looks, from here, very small. But with... Yeah. Get back on there. There's Cortez's medieval farm. Or village. Village. I think it's village. Yeah, village. We'll call it a village. But with that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed making it. And until next time, have fun.